Well, good morning everyone. This is Linda with Linda Soup Plants for You. Today I'm going to bring you a video about my McDowell. This was a good size cutting that I received from my friend Suzette last year, and it was one of those casualties of that box that was in the mail forever. So when it got here, it was very much stressed, and I wasn't sure if it was going to make it, and it did, but it was attacked by thrips. So it's poor thing went through a double whammy. But I want to show you the progress that it is making. Now, these leaves were all looking kind of like this at one point. They are darkening up again, which really surprises me. Seem to be getting their color back, so I'm going to leave these on. But I want to show you the up-close thrip damage in case you're not aware of what that looks like. Here is just some of it. You can see how they eat the edges of the leaves. There are some you can see this line here. That is also from the thrips. It's where they travel through when they're sucking out the juices. And then on the back, let's see if I can get a close-up of this. Yeah. You see that? And do you also see the little black specks of, they look like pepper? And that is thrips poop. Yep. So, I've treated this plant about 4 times. Actually, I think 5. I think 5 was the last one. And since that last treatment, I got I got this new leaf, and I have another one coming up right here. So I am so relieved. I think the plant is going to be just fine, and I am going to treat her one more time, but I'm going to repot her right now, and I'm going to do that on camera, so bear with me while I put my camera in the tripod. Alright, now you won't be able to see the whole plant, obviously, but you will be able to see what I'm doing. And I'll show you an overall view when I'm done here. But this plant, this pot will not work for this plant because it's round. And this plant likes to grow sideways. So, last time hubby was at Home Depot, I asked him to pick me up an oblong pot, which he did. And that's what we're going to do with her today. I'm just going along the sides and disconnecting anything that might be attaching itself to the terracotta. That is one drawback of using terracotta. They are porous, so sometimes the roots will attach themselves. But I really do love terracotta. I have very good luck with it. Albeit I do have to water more often, and being that I am I have been in the past a chronic underwater, but I've gotten much better at that. And hopefully that will continue. I also got a bamboo trellis. I believe this is 3 feet, and we're going to put that in there. But first I have to get this detached and out of this pot, which is going to be a little challenging. I kind of wanted to do this with another person, but I don't have anybody here today to help me, and it's got to get out of here. So here we go. Wish me luck. I'm pushing on the bottom of the pot. There we go. Oh, that was good. That went good. Okay. And look at her roots. Wow. This is great. This is what I was hoping to find here. When I got her, she only had, I think, one little root on that was viable. The rest had dried up in its trip on the way here. Nobody's fault. It just is what it is. Now, I did water this yesterday just to kind of keep down on the dust, so I hopefully will not cough in your ear like I do so often, and apologize for that. But okay, now I'm going to put some soil in my big terracotta here, and then I'm going to put water in her so that it will hold up the the trellis. And I think you can see that, I hope. Now this pot does have 2 big drainage holes already in it, which is wonderful. Didn't have to drill any holes. And if I can get this in here without dumping this whole thing of soil in my lap, then I'll consider that a success. My soil is made up of my regular potting soil and perlite and cocoa coir. Okay. I sure could use an extra hand here right about now. Alright, I'm going to take this disconnect this from this trellis, which I made out of desperation. I didn't have one, and I had to get this staked up. So I used a piece of wood, and I wrapped the plastic around it to keep the wood from rotting and getting wet. And we're going to get rid of that. Whoa! Sorry about that noise. I think we'll have to put this in after we put the plant in. I don't want to disrupt those roots any more than I already have, so we're just going to leave it like that. She's so pretty. Look at that new stem. And this leaf right next to her just came out last week, so she's really taking off, and it seems like everything's going to my right. So I'm going to move her all the way over to the end of the pot here. I'm not going to center her because I don't think that's going to work. So now, one thing we have to keep in mind is we cannot bury the crown of this plant. It will rot it. So I will show you a close-up of that when we're done here. I'm going to try and keep her a little lower in the pot just so I don't get water all over when I water, because I do that quite often. Those of you that are following me, I don't know if you go to Instagram, but I did, I put 2 pictures up there a couple days ago. One was, if you remember, when my hubby cut down that big tree in front of the house. We have since, here I go, I'm sorry, we have since planted, well, last year he put flowers in there. He put, him and our great-grandson planted a ton of tulips and I think crocus and daffodils. And I know that they're a common plant and not too many people get excited about them, but I still do. I think they're beautiful. And they're the first thing that come up in spring. And our daffodils are just now starting to show signs of wilting. We've had them for, oh my goodness, weeks already. I've been able to enjoy that color in my yard. And yeah, that's wonderful. So we are now in the process of trying to figure out what to do. My husband would like to just ground up that tree stump that's there and ground the roots out and make it all even and add more soil. But I reminded him that if he does that, we will not have any growth for at least 2 years, because whenever I have transplanted in the past, especially my peony bushes, if I move them anywhere in the yard, it takes 2 years for them to bloom. And the same with my hostas. In fact, I think the hostas are 2 to 3 years. They can be big and beautiful where they are, but when I move them, they go into shock. And it takes forever for them to, I mean, they'll come back, but not like they were. But the second and third year, then they're back to normal again. So I didn't want to chance that, because that's really my, that's the bulk of my outdoor enjoyment right now, is being able to sit on my porch and see all those beautiful flowers. So I'm not able to walk around the yard and enjoy the rest of what we have here. So I really didn't want him to do that. So he finally agreed. We're going to leave it as it is for now. And we're going to plant some more flowers in there. But anyway, I'm getting off track here. And what I wanted to tell you was, on Instagram, I have a picture of that area. And there's a statue of a little boy and a girl that my sister bought for my mom and dad one year. And I was able to take it home when my dad passed away and my mom had to move. And that's in there. And I absolutely love just sitting on my porch and looking at that little boy and girl amongst the flowers. It really brings me a lot of joy. And so that's on there. And then my hubby got me a fountain, a 2-tier fountain that we have in front of the porch. And that's on there too. So those are my 2 latest, if anybody's interested. Those are my 2 latest entries on my Instagram. And my Instagram is the same as my channel. It's lindasueplantsforyou for both YouTube and Instagram. I like to keep it simple. Okay. I think she's in there pretty good. Pull her up just a little bit. And we're going to put this trellis in here. It's a bamboo. I don't want to break through the roots. I got to be careful here. Ooh. Okay, that's all the way down. Boy, I hope this is going to work. I'm not sure. I mean, maybe once I get this wet, I think I'm going to have to put a little more soil in here and pull this up a little more, because this bamboo is quite tall and it's getting top heavy on me. Okay, and like I said, when I'm done here, I'm going to be treating her one last time, just to make sure those thrips are gone, that there's no telltale signs. Those buggers, they really did a number on my plants. And I believe that they're gone, but I would really be heartbroken if something happened to this plant. Okay. I'm using distilled water. As the dirt settles, I'll push it down a little bit, and it always does once you put water in. Keep that in mind whenever repotting something. Okay, I think she's good. She likes bright to medium light, and that's what she was in. She was in my laundry room. And I think I'm going to put her back there for now. But I have a table back there that's, my husband's got all kinds of stuff piled on. I'm going to have to clean that off, but I will do that later. But for now, I think she's going to be okay here. Alright, and I think I can cut this. One thing I like about this garden Velcro, you can reuse it and reuse it and reuse it. Now, do I want to pull her up too or no? No, I don't think so. She's up there on her own pretty strong, so let's just do this one for now on here. And do this one on here. Now, I'm making this a little tight because I don't want this to fall down, but keep in mind, no matter what you're using to hold up your plants, you do have to check them periodically, because as the leaves grow, so do the stems, and as they get bigger, you don't want them to get choked off. Okay, so, alright, I think we did it. I'm excited. I did it on my own. Okay. Let me get this out of the way. Yeah, I think she's going to be okay. All right. Let me just grab the camera off the stand. Okay. And there she is. And see how tall the bamboo is. I might have went overboard a little bit, but I'm hoping she's going to grow really fast now, and the other bamboo that I have is about half that height, so she would have outgrown that quickly. But I think she's going to be fine. I think she's going to be fine. Again, here's the newest leaf. You can see all the detail in her leaves. Beautiful. And then we've got, of course, the new one. And lots of room for her to, well, not lots of room, but some room for her to spread out. Not sure what I'm going to do after that, but we'll figure that out when we get there. Okay, folks, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for sharing my videos. I thank all of my subscribers. I really appreciate you all. And I hope you have a great Monday. Thank you. Bye now.